Breakup, one of the most heartbreaking aspects of human life, irrespective of gender, caste, creed, religion, region, or any form of categorization, whatever it is. This is something which is going to hit the individual really bad. There are many types of breakup, and also there are many reasons for breakup, starting from decoupling theory, which is totally from a sociological perspective, a scientific theory which explains how breakup happens. And another reason could be this hormonal effect. When the effect of hormones fade away, the bonding factor or how people feel for each other may come down. Again, none of them is completely proved, but people generally anticipate these could be the potential reasons. Now, in this video, we are not dwelling into any of them because the whole scope of this video is about the aftermath of a breakup and how an individual with all the constraints should operate or navigate through this grueling phase. Even before I begin the concept, I'm telling you there is no escape and there is no bypass as such, but we are just trying to specifically give you some pointers so that the navigation process is comparatively easy. And undoubtedly, time is the single most effective solution provider for a breakup. To begin with, for the sake of an analogy, if love is like a beautiful tattoo, breakup is the ugly tattoo removal process. I hope you get it. And unfortunately, this tattoo is not on your skin, it's on your heart, which makes the process all the more complicated. And the reason why I'm bringing this topic today, it's around 3 a.m. A couple of hours ago, I had a lengthy conversation with a young lad from Mumbai. He has been in touch with me probably for the past 40 days, where he has been trying very hard to deal with this aspect. He broke up, the relation is in a huge strain, which they were having a relation for 3 or 4 years, and now due to various other aspects, things are not going in a good direction. So he is bothered about the impact that is creating this particular process or this particular disturbance, how it is impacting various aspects of his life, starting from his career. He has mentioned certain things which would have almost taken away his job. So you know how things work in multinational corporations. So every small thing or every small mistake counts in a negative manner. So when you're not focused, when you're not completely involved in what you're doing, especially when it's a client serving role directly, the consequences are extremely dangerous. So we had to face through that, and it was a pretty frank discussion. And since I was asking specific questions directly to understand what he's going through, he was open enough to accept that he had a lot of suicidal thoughts. Yes. So this is another common aspect. Of course, not everybody would get it. The level of seriousness depends upon the seriousness of the breakup and the state of mind you are in that position. But even the very thought itself is dangerous. So this is another aspect. And the third one, it's a complex one because the whole idea of breakup is that you have a strained relation with one person in your life. That's it. But the impact is just that your relation with the rest of the world changes completely, because you will be in a state of complete disharmony, and there's a great level of disequilibrium within yourself, and you would find it extremely difficult to be in touch or engage with anybody socially for a good amount of time. There are some people who would, find a replacement immediately to project the idea that they are not going to miss him or her. That's a different story. But let us look at the core aspects. So this is another aspect where your intrapersonal relation takes a hit. So your interpersonal relations are not going to be that easy for a considerable amount of time. In this context, please understand that one person moving out of your life is not the end of the world for you or him or her. So for any of you or any of them, it does not matter. And also, I'm saying this right on record, it is not at all easy and not even meant to be easy. So no amount of gyan or any amount of scientific analysis or understanding the reason behind it, is not going to help literally, because when something causes you pain, it hurts. Pain is pain. Explaining why pain is caused would only help you to lower the amount of suffering, but it does not eliminate it completely. So please keep that in mind. And also believe in time. Don't believe in any person or any secondary particle, whatever it is. So make sure that you keep your complete belief in time, because the kind of feeling which you are feeling right now, or the kind of situation where you are in now, it is going to fade off eventually, because that level of negativity or that level of self-hurt is not at all sustainable for anybody in the long run. You just can't be in that space. It's almost impossible to be in that space. So understand that you will be out of it. And few other tips. So Raghuram Rajan, our RBI governor, ex-RBI governor, has pointed out an interesting fact, and even it has been mentioned in one of the economic surveys probably last year. So where this says that when the demand in the economy is less, or when the market conditions are not great, that's the time when government has to infuse aggressively. It's not that when the market situation is good, that's when the government chips in to improve it further. That's not it. When things are going bad or worse, that is the best time for government to chip in or contribute far more aggressively and actively. So on a similar note, when you are going through this, contrary to the regular perception where you need to eliminate certain things, make sure that you add on more things on your plate so that your mind is occupied. And the biggest underlying problem is something called locus of identity. So during a relation, what happens is that whatever you do, let's say you buy a shirt, there is automatic approval or some amount of R from the other person, or you design something, or you prepared something, anything you do, there will be some amount of automatic approval or admiration from the other end. So during the entire process of the relation, your self-esteem, self-confidence, everything will be at a particular level. So that space is actually enjoyed by everybody. So that is the kind of space everybody wants to be in for a long time. However, when this breakup thing aspect happens, the locus of identity, since it is external to you, it would be very difficult for you to rebalance the entire thing very quickly. So it feels like you lose the purpose completely. So that is the greatest danger, and you need to overcome this. In a totally different manner. I'm not saying booze are getting high or whatever. Those things are not working, and they're gonna further mess up a lot of the things, including your physical health, not just the emotional or mental health. Physical health, once it hurts, consult him videos are not going to help. You'll have to consult the doctor. Now, so once you understand this, especially the locus of identity aspect and also the hormonal thing, when you're in a serious relation, your oxytocin levels are pretty high, and there is frequent amounts of dopamine, which will be released during the course of various activities, when you are happy, when you are spending good amount of time with him and her. So in any manner, you have some good rush of dopamine or adrenaline, and most importantly oxytocin. So all of these hormones, when this relationship goes for a toss, they are just gone. You don't get those doses. So that's the reason why you feel irritated. The same with fitness freaks. If one day if they skip the gym, they feel so restless. So it's just like any other addiction. Alright, so this is not significantly different, and of course I'm not downgrading, and I'm not discounting the importance of any person in some other person's life. That is there, everything said, so there is no exception to that. You miss that person, that's going to be there, but my primary concern is when you hit that phase, or when you hit that rough phase, make sure that you don't mess up other important aspects. Yeah, the little things fine, you going on hunger strike for a couple of days, not sleeping, those are all fine, those are all totally fine, but this should not significantly affect your physical part of the health, and most importantly office and other relations. Alright, so this is just to get the brainstorming done, since I had a lengthy conversation, so I did not want those points to be missed initially, and that's the reason why we are making this video at this earlier or later, or however you look at it. And if you need more clarity, or if you want to get a specific case solved, you can inbox me and I will respond to you based upon the situation at appropriate times. And once you approach me, leave the problem to me. Solution is my responsibility, and have a good day ahead. It's going to be a long day. It's just 21 hours mostly, a lot of stuff to be done. Whenever you wake up or whenever you start your day, make sure that you start on a positive note, right? When I say positive, it's good enough if it's better than yesterday. That's it. So you still feel like shit, you still don't feel like doing anything, but if it's better than yesterday, you're good. Alright, so see you then. Bye.